What's up, guys? I'm back. It's been a minute. I know. I'm just gonna get this story time done and through so I can edit it before I decide to get lazy again. Anyway, yeah, this is the story time about how I smacked a female across the face with a dodgeball in a violent manner. After you listen to the story time, I'm gonna go from looking like a douchebag to looking like a goddamn hero. Okay? Okay. So let's go. Don't hit dislike yet. I know I'm probably gonna get canceled for that, not gonna lie. To get some context, here is what this person that I absolutely decimated with this dodgeball is. This person she's short, usually has like black curly hair, brown skin, probably like, she was like a little bit lighter than Milk Hershey's chocolate. You know, small, thick. I don't know why people find her appealing besides her body type. And she was short, like, rough estimate, like 5'2", 5'3". And since she thought she was a bad bitch, she also, like, started causing problems with the teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would start talking back to the teachers. She was that kind of girl. Like, she would skip class. She would get into fights with other girls. Basically, if you want a really stereotypical type version of her, hot Cheeto girl. But a lot of people considered her attractive, so she was like the one attractive hot Cheeto girl, I guess. And that's who she was. And now, some background with me at that time. At that time, it was around 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade. Yep. And at the time, I basically had beef with all popular kids, all of them, because they were all one air quotations gang. They were all one gang. They probably have like a SoundCloud rap account, probably thinking they're gonna become the next Team 10. You know, the gang. I don't know. I can't make the rap noises. I'm gonna stop. I'd be a horrible SoundCloud rapper, even for their standards. And the reason I had beef was because the origin with the popular kids beef started in like 6th grade. This one fat chick thought she was the baddest bitch on the planet. Always the fat ones. I don't know why. I'm fat and I have the lowest ego on the planet, so I don't get it. And anyway, we were playing soccer at PE, and she was talking all this smack, like I should be the goalie because I'm this and that. And she was literally saying that she was this and that, but forgetting to mention the fact that she was big. So like she was trying to flex how good of a goalie she could be, and she was like listing all these reasons, but we all know the main reasons because she was just big. So then I'm just like, I think I was really annoyed. So I was just like, bro, you're big as hell. That's why you're going to be a good goalie. Just shut up, please. And everybody else looked at me like I was a demon, which, I mean, probably was, since I did, like, kind of go off on her for just her trying to flex. Which, I mean, just getting annoyed, sure, but, like, I just went off. Oof. Yikes. And then she got so mad. I think I called her I called her a fat ass. And then that's when she was like, I don't care. And then I became goalie because she just didn't want to deal with it. And then apparently, from what I've heard, after the game was over and we all walked inside, she was just behind the bleachers crying. Like, really? Really? Okay. Really? So, then that was in 6th grade. So this is a whole year prior. And they still were mad. And here's the thing. They were mad because their leader was the cousin of that girl. Yep, that's how it works. I'm just trying to remember all of this old beef from like 6th grade. It doesn't even matter. And now here's where it all ties together. 6th grade, origin story of beef with popular kids. 7th grade, still beef. And now, back to the story. The reason that it's important, and she was one of the ones who stayed having beef with me. Like, one of the main things, every time we would get into like an argument, she'd be like, you're fat and ugly. I'd be like, I know. And she's like, haha, I win. I'm like, I already knew that though. And then she would do it over and over and over again. And then she would always try to get physical with me. Like, she's probably the reason I hate feisty females. It's so annoying. She was like 5'2", and any muscle mass was probably in the back or the front. The caboose or the engine. That was where all her muscle mass was, because she was just small. So I'm sitting here, and like she had like the worst stance ever. Looked like a fucking Harry Potter wizard match, bro. On God, when Guardian Leviosa saw my ass. But it was so bad, and I hate when girls do that because it's like it would two hit you Me compared to you is like Tyson compared to a toddler. It's bad. Just stop. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And she would always try to aggravate me like that. And I would just be here chilling because I didn't want to be the douchebag who just knocked her on her ass and showed her, hey, I'm better than you in every way physically. That's crazy. Knowing me, I could probably even run faster than her with just saying something. Jeez. And after all these times, there was this period in the middle of 7th grade where we didn't talk or even interact for 3 months. Like, it was so weird because the month before that was just like all harassment, and then 3 months radio silence. Nothing at all. I was like, are we done? I remember like we made eye contact like 2 months in, and she smiled and I smiled because I didn't want to act like a douchebag, and that was it. I thought it was either over or she just didn't care or something. I don't know. It was weird. It didn't give me any sense of security. I was still wary around her, but it was just like, I don't have to worry about you showing up in the middle of my classroom trying to start shit. What she tried before. Like, come on, bro. Dang, you literally skipped class to come over to my class to start something. And I what? And after the 3 months, I'm outside at lunch/recess. I guess it's middle school, but they let you go outside for half a lunch. I'm just gonna call it lunch. So I'm outside at lunch, and I see her, and she has like the snicker on her face. I'm just like, oh, that's the face I know. So I'm gonna give her a name from now on because I'm gonna have to say it a lot. Her name is gonna be, fuck it, Camera. Camera is close to her actual name, kinda. Okay, no, it's not. It's not. But you know, we're just gonna call her Camera. So Camera was outside just doing her thing with a dodgeball, and I was doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, here's and then I just get hit in the back of my head, like that, be like the rubber, like the rubber smack that you hear whenever rubber hits something. I heard that in the back of my head. I was like, the fuck. I turn around, she's snickering. Her friend retrieved the dodgeball, gave it back to her, and it wasn't PE. We were outside at lunch. Like, what? Okay. Like, we're out in the back of the school, and I'm just like, what are you doing, bro? That's what I was thinking in my head. So I was like, whatever. Probably an accident. I don't really care. Turn around, walk away. I get hit in the head again. And this time I was heated. Because instead of insults, it was like physical. And it was just annoying. Because she was getting all of her friends, and all of her friends were getting their friends. And they're starting to like rile it up. So then I told one of the paras, who was right there watching, yo, if she throws that dodgeball at me again, there's gonna be problems. Like, we made eye contact, and we were cool. We were cool, we were chill. She was a chill para. And I told her that. And she didn't respond. Because she was probably a threat, so I don't think she was able to respond to that without getting herself in trouble, I guess. Unless it was like, go to the office or something like that. So that I'm just doing it. I'm just like, I'm a little pissed off. I'm with my boys now. And then when I separate from my boys and we're in line, she hits me with the ball again. So we're all in line waiting to get inside. And now I'm just steaming. And I look to another para. And I'm like, yo, keep her off me. Because if she throws that ball at me again, it's hands on sight. And I meant that. I truly meant that. And he did the same thing she did. Eye contact. Didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. So I walk inside. And guess what happens? I see in the middle of the hallway, I hear, hey yo, fat ass. I'm just like, and it sounds like a dude's voice. So I'm just like, alright, who wants it, bro? Who wants it? Christian? Christian? Who wants it? Because I'm trying to give you the smoke. Like, at that time, like, I was so mad, I was ready to throw down with half the school. Knowing how skinny those kids were, I probably could have beat half the school one-on-one. And they talk the most shit too. And here I am, like a foot taller than them, like 3 times their body mass. I don't even have to swing. I can just get them in a headlock and flop over and I win. And that sounds sad, but that's just how it is. I'm just literally built different than the rest of them. It was so bad. I mean, there were a couple people that were around my size, but they were like obese. Except for this one guy. There's one guy I knew who was my size, who would have given me a genuine run for my money. But even then, I did fold him the next year. So that'll be another story. And I just turned around, and it was like one of her friends. And then it was like, she pointed at him like, guess what we're gonna do? So I stand there in the middle of the hallway, and I wait for them to approach. And I'm thinking in my head, they best not. They best not. Bam! She comes up right in front of me, just slaps me with the dodgeball. And you know what? After she smacks me with the dodgeball, like as it hits me, I'm just like, oh no, like my head is moving with the dodgeball a little bit. I'm like, no, she didn't. She did. And then it just clicked, and I snapped my head back. Like she had the dodgeball pressed against my face mid-hit. I just snapped my head back, snatched the ball, and I swing back like I'm about to throw a Tyson haymaker and just smack her down on the face with that dodgeball. No thoughts, no thought process, nothing. Boom, KO. And then I smack her with it. She stumbles back like 2 feet. Could have been a lot more, but then again, I wasn't in full rage mode. I just hit her without thinking about it. It's not like I put all my energy into it. The motion I did, I definitely put power into that, but I didn't like throw my entire body weight into it. I wasn't that out of control. I still had some control to not murder this bitch and end up in juvie. You know, I had just that thin line of control to not go to juvie. And then she, you know, the whip and nene, you remember that dance? You remember when he throws like the whip, he goes like, watch me whip? You know, she did that to me. Like she came up and she threw a punch that resembled the whip, and she had her hand flicked down, so she hit me with like the top of her hand. Like she didn't hit me with her palm. Like imagine a reversal. You know how you lift your hand up to do a palm strike in like karate? Just flip that upside down. That's what she hit me with. And it was from like a foot away. So she didn't even get any extension, and she just hit the top of her, like what, her wrist and like the top of her hand on me. And it did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even a full-on strike would have done nothing. And then after that, I didn't punch her, obviously. That would have been overkill. I hit her with the whole fucking dodgeball. It's good enough. So then I just started like pushing her out of the way, and then I saw the other people coming. And after I smacked her with that dodgeball, I calmed down a good bit. I was just like annoyed. I was just like, whatever. I got even. I felt even. I felt fair. I was like, you know what? You hit me 4 times in the back of the head with a dodgeball. Say less. I'ma just hit you across the face with one really hard dodgeball. It felt even to me. And so I just kept pushing her back, you know, so she could stop tripping. And like 6 of her friends came by and started holding her back like, I'm gonna get you, bro. You're such an asshole. Why no one likes you? I'm just like, bruh. What do you mean? And then who do I see rolling up after everything happened? And just take a wild guess what 2 people I saw coming. You done? Yeah, it was the Paras. They came in front of everybody. One run in front of everybody, one behind everybody. Watched the whole thing go down. Watched the 5 seconds it took for the whole mob to walk towards me. Watched her smack me with a dodgeball. Me smack her back. And then start pushing her. And after all of that, did they run over thinking, oh shoot? No, they walked over, and like one of them said, come with me, and just took me to the office, and the other one said, come with me, and took her to the another room in the office. And I'm just like, really? Like now that when I was in the office after they came by and took me and her away, I was just sitting there like, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding? You're for real? Like those Paras just let that happen? All of that? After I gave them 2 warnings? 2? Bruh. Oh my god. It's not like... The thing is, those Paras knew me somewhat, at least. Every time I got either in-school suspension, they would be the ones to show up. Because in 6th grade I got that a lot. Or if... any time that I was skipped class, or like I was in the hallways or from the bathrooms, I would always see them. Always. We would talk, we were chill. We're friends, that's weird, but we were chill. And one of them thought that I looked like one of his best friends, so he would always come by and roast me. Like literally, like he was the roast guy. I'm pretty sure he got fired because he said he was going to go for a vacation, never came back. So, and the way that he treated kids by like roasting them was funny, but he probably got fired, not gonna lie. Damn. But those two paras who knew, and I gave them 2 warnings, looked them dead in the eye, and they still didn't do anything. I'm telling you. And then the school's district still has the audacity to say, go find an adult, go find a teacher, go find a para, somebody. Oh, I found 2 somebodies who probably knew me more than half my teachers at that time. And what did they do? They didn't do anything, and they walked over. So if anyone in the school district is hearing, I might even show this to my principal if I ever get in trouble again. It never works. I could go to a teacher, bro. What's he gonna do? Teachers are paid to teach, not to stop fights. Paras are there to watch the hallways and call on the radio for backup if one kid is skipping class. You know, or there to make sure, you know, that nobody brings a gun in or a bomb. But if somebody did bring a gun, a bomb, or even a normal school fight between 2 skinny ass children, what are they gonna do about it? They ain't paid to go jump in with a bunch of teenagers and stop their fight. The fuck? And I learned that. Not the hard way, because it's not like I needed them. But like, I learned that. Paras don't do their job. Well, no. Let me say this. Paras aren't supposed to do that. And they don't care. They don't get paid enough to do that. So, yeah. No. And then I sat there in the office just realizing all this. I didn't get in too much trouble. I think I got like 2 days ISS. Since camera aggravated the whole thing. I told them about the whole 3 hits with the dodgeball. Telling 2 of the paras. You know, just trying to walk off and enjoy my day. And then she got a whole group of mobs to come after me thinking she tough shit. But then she don't run nothing. She a bitch. All that. All of that. And I still got 2 days ISS because, you know, they had to. Otherwise, they probably would have got in trouble if they didn't do nothing. And then by the end of the day, everyone was like, oh my god, you're such a douchebag. I'm like, bruh, come on. Really? You weren't even there. Here's like, no one wanted to hear my side of the story. This is why people ain't shit. Especially middle schoolers and high schoolers. They just ain't shit. They don't want to listen to it. They're biased. They're so biased. As soon as they get a bias, it's over. Think about all the drama that your female friends might be in because of just bias. Like, they'll be like, he did say this, she did say that, blah blah blah. But it's like, but here's the facts, and they're like, but he would never say that. Like, dude, it's just a battle between bias, and that's exactly what happened. I was never liked in middle school, still ain't liked in high school, and it was just bias, and they would not even listen. Every time I tried to defend myself, they'd be like, yeah, right, well, or they would pull some bullshit. She was like, well, you're still not supposed to hit a girl. Like, so listen to the story being, don't do that. Don't be like camera, and don't trust those paras. Don't trust the paras. They don't care. Only thing they care about is solving little problems. Making sure you get to class on time. Making sure you ain't skipping. And, I don't know, acting like bodyguards when they're really getting paid less than I am to be there. And I'm not getting paid to be there. That's how bad it is. They probably hate it there more than the students do. And they're in class all day. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. It was probably all over the place, but it is what it is. I'll chop it up a little bit, so if it does sound a little choppy, it's because I got off track at some parts. So I'll definitely make sure to clear that up. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bullies.